Hello, here's the new VTX racer. This is the power UART cable. The terminals are already pre-installed, some zip ties, the rubber grommets for M3 screws, a little plate to secure the UFL antenna, connector to link FC board to VTX, some spare parts. Here's a way to secure the UFL antenna with zip tie, like this. This is the MIPI connector for camera. It's facing outwards. You can use the cable for power and UART connection or solder the wires. It's up to you. Secure cable. You can use the rubber grommets for 20 by 20 mounting and use M3 screws. For 30 by 30 mounting, you can use an adapter like this one, the TPI part. It is made for M3 screws too. The TPI does not touch the components and lets the airflow cool them. Here's the assembly that I prefer to secure the UFL connector. The small nuts must be placed with the northwest part facing up. Just place the board on top of them, like this. And now aim the two screws. Be careful not to tighten too much. The screws must not protrude beyond the nuts. They must come flush with the nuts. Look. We see that the first exceeds slightly. The best it is that it arrives at the level of the nut. The plate is just starting to bend. That's enough. The antenna can be mounted outward or inward. The MIPI cable goes to the front. Now it's time for some technical informations. This VTX was created for the needs of racers. The board was designed to be reliable and durable, with use of specific SMB components. It used 8 raceband channels, power range from 25 to 200. We see it has a secured UFL. It has a PitMode at 0.1 milliwatt because 1 milliwatt has too much range. But there is also a special mode with 0 milliwatt which allows to completely cut the RF output. This is the first HD VTX to support SmartAudio with use of second UART. This board has 20 by 20 mounting holes. You have the secure power and UART connector, and you can use direct scissors input power. So I have configured a 6-position switch on my transmitter to show you an example of how to use SmartAudio with SharkByte VTX. I checked the values for each switch position, and I defined the range for each position. On switch position 1, I want no change. On switch position 2, I want to change power to 25 milliwatts. On switch position 3, I want to change power to 200 milliwatts. On switch position 4, I want to change power to 0 milliwatt. That means RF output is off. That is a new special PitMode. On switch position 5, I want to change channel to raceband 1. And finally, on switch position 6, I want to change channel to raceband 2. On top screen, you can see the power VTXTABLE that we will use. In the middle screen, it is the detail of CLE command for our example. CLE command name is VTX. Second parameter is the index. 0 for first line, 1 for second, etc. Then the aux channel. In our example, the switch is on aux 5. We need to input channel -1. Value is 4. Then it is the band. I don't want to change it. I will use value 0. Then the channel value. Remember, on second switch position, I want to change only power to 25 milliwatt. I don't want to change channel. I will enter 0. Then the power value. Refer to power of VTXTABLE to apply the value we need. For 25 milliwatts, value is 1. And finally, the range. I will use the value I have determined before to each switch position. Now, do the same for each switch position and complete all the lines. This is the final configuration we will apply. This is all the CLI commands I will enter in Betaflight. Now let's see the Betaflight configuration. Go to the port tab. I use UART5 for SharkByte, and I cabled UART3 to SmartAudio pin on SharkByte. Now go to the VTX. We will upload the JSON file. I will provide you it. Okay, it's imported. Now I will check all the values. I want the default values RACEBAND, channel 1 and 25 milliwatts. I check if all values are correct and if power tables are correct too. This VTX has 3 power values selectable. All seems to be fine. Now we need to save this configuration. And after saving the configuration, we will go to CLI and enter all the values we have determined before. I have already typed them. I just show them to you. All are correct. All is fine. All configuration is done. Now let's see what happened in Google's. SharkByte is starting.
Télémétrie retrouvée.
Okay, we have video. OSD is here. Now I will enter in FC menu configuration. I go to the VTX and I want to change the PIT value. But before I need to change the configuration because actually board is set to freestyle. I need to change it to race. Now I can go back and on race I can set PitMode to on. You need to go to set and enter yes to validate the PitMode. Now let's use the 6 position switch on transmitter to test our configuration. 3 to go to 200 milliwatts. 4 go to 0 milliwatts. There is no output. 2 come back to 25 milliwatts. Allow some time. Okay. Go to 200 again. 25. Go to RACEBAND channel 2. We lose the video. Come back to RACEBAND channel 1. Allow some time. It's okay. 25, but we are already on 25. 1 do no effect. 3 go to 200. 1 no effect. All is fine. Now have fun. Bye.